In this video, I cleaned a grave for two infant sisters named Mary and Lydia Mathews. Lydia was born first on January 17, 1889, in Ozark County, Missouri. She was the seventh of 15 children born to Phineas and Alice Ewing Mathews. Lydia was named after her grandmother, Lydia Roush Mathews, Phineas's mother. When Lydia was born, her father was 46 and her mother was 26. Before Lydia was born, Phineas served in the Civil War for the Union when he was only 19. After serving, he began farming, then married Alice Ewing, and they started their family together. The couple lived in Hancock County, Illinois, then moved to Ozark County, Missouri, sometime before 1889 when Lydia was born. After the move, they remained in Ozark County and farmed for a living. Out of their 15 children, including Lydia and Mary, 4 would pass away at a young age. 11 out of 15 children surviving to adulthood is impressive for that time period. Lydia was the first baby they lost. She passed away on August 21, 1889, when she was only 7 months old. 9 months after Lydia passed away, Alice gave birth to another daughter, she named Mary. Phineas and Alice both had sisters named Mary, so they were probably her namesake. Mary Mathews was born and passed away on May 26, 1890. In the Mathews family Bible, they recorded Mary's birth and death but hadn't named her. They listed her name as infant, just like they did the twins. They must have changed their minds, though, and decided to name her. Mary was buried next to her sister Lydia, and the girls share a beautiful double headstone together. 13 years after Mary and Lydia passed, on December 15, 1903, Alice gave birth to twins. One baby passed away on December 27th at 12 days old, and the other twin passed away the next day on December 28th at 13 days old. I can't imagine a more awful way to spend Christmas and New Year's losing your babies like that. There is no record of what gender the twins were, and they are simply recorded as infant twins in the Mathews family Bible. The twins are buried together a little down the row from Mary and Lydia. Their stone says twins, gone but not forgotten. On March 24, 1916, at the age of 73, Phineas passed away due to ascites. Ascites is abnormal fluid accumulation in the abdomen. Phineas and Alice had been married for 37 years when he passed. The family buried Phineas in the County Line Cemetery next to Lydia and Mary. After Phineas passed away, Alice and her 3 children still living at home moved to Twin Falls County, Idaho to live with her son James. Alice lived with James until her death 18 years later. Alice passed away on July 13, 1935, at the age of 72. Alice's obituary stated she had been battling an illness since January of that year, but it didn't state what the illness was. She is buried in Twin Falls Cemetery in Twin Falls County, Idaho. Lydia and Mary are buried at the County Line Cemetery in Ozark County, Missouri. This is the abandoned cemetery that I helped clean up. Mary and Lydia are buried next to their father Phineas, their grandparents, William and Angeline McCumber, and their infant twin siblings. The McCumbers donated the land the children are buried on to be used as a cemetery, and they are Alice's mother and stepfather. I also cleaned their graves and Phineas's. Phineas and Angeline's videos have already been posted, and William's will be posted soon. The twins' headstone wasn't very dirty, so I sprayed it with D2 to keep it looking that way. Unfortunately, you may have noticed Lydia's name is spelled wrong on her stone as Lyda. I know it's spelled wrong because her name was recorded as Lydia in the Mathews family Bible. It's not uncommon to find spelling errors on old stones. Many people that lived in this area in that time period didn't know how to read or write. Another stone spelled wrong in the cemetery belongs to 1-year-old Eleanor Epps, whose stone sadly says Elnior. Mary and Lydia's stone has 2 doves carved at the top of it. Doves are the most common symbol found on children's graves and represent love, purity, and innocence. Mary and Lydia's very long epitaph was not readable before I cleaned their stone. Their epitaph says exactly, "Our loved ones has gone and left, a region of sorrow and pain, to the glorious land of bliss where they shall never suffer again. Farewell, our loved ones, farewell." Here are the before and after photos of Mary and Lydia's stone. It cleaned up really well. I couldn't read any of it before cleaning it. You can see here that Lydia's name is misspelled as Lydia. I did go ahead and upload their clean photo to their Find a Grave page. I also typed in what their long epitaph says. That way, if their headstone becomes dirty again, we'll always know what was wrote there for those babies over 100 years ago. Thank you so much for watching.